You can attract anything you want in life as long as you know how to align your vibrational frequency. The biggest problem is when people are aligned with the small things in life, but they have certain unconscious or subconscious blockages that is stopping them from actually getting what they really want. Maybe you're somebody who's trying to attract more money in your life, and you're using all these law of attraction skills and techniques, and what's happening is you're finding a lot of coins on the ground, but it's not really making you rich. Or maybe you're looking to manifest the love of your life, and you're getting some replies, some comments here and there. They're sliding in the DMs, but it's not really manifesting to a good relationship. You're not getting that commitment. Or maybe you're somebody who watched the movie The Secret or read the book, and then you're manifesting spaces in a parking lot, but that's just about as far as it gets. If this is you, then make sure to watch this video, because in this video I'm going to break down for you the 3 things that you must align today, and you can start today. And if you do, you'll be able to actually manifest the things that you want in life. So we're going to dive deep into it, but before we get into it, show reel. Hit it. What's up creators? Namaste, Namo Himalaya. This is Sri Akarshana here. And in this video, I'm going to break down for you 3 things that you can do today to start aligning your energies to attract what you want in life. Now, aside from that, at the end of this video, I want to gift you all a law of attraction speed hack that will help you 10x and speed up your manifestations. So if you guys have your pens and pads ready, let's get straight on it with the first point. The first thing that you need to start aligning is your subconscious dialogue. What does that mean? It's kind of a little bit like your little voice. Have you ever had it before where you kind of want to manifest the love of your life? You see them stood right in front of you and you're wanting to speak to them, and then in your mind you have all this little voice saying, what if she's not single? What if she doesn't like me? What if I'm not dressed right? What if I don't look good enough today? Right? And you have all this little voice happening. Or maybe you're wanting a promotion at your job, and then you're thinking, I need to speak to the boss about this, but what if they say no? What if they reject me? That little voice is your subconscious dialogue. And the problem with that is when it comes to law of attraction and manifestation, everything starts from thought, even the subconscious thought. So if you've got that little voice going on, giving all these doubts or fears or things that may be blocking you towards what you actually want, you're not really going to get it, because thoughts create reality. So what do we need to do then? We need to learn how to reprogram our subconscious mind. It's most important to first know where the thoughts came from in the first place. That little voice, the doubts, the fears, it all came from conditioning. But how the brain works is actually very simple, because on the stem of the brain, you have 2 main organs. The first part is the amygdala, which is in charge of the emotions. And the second part is the hippocampus, which is in charge of the short and long-term memory. Now, what happens is your brain will take something that is emotional and it will lock it into the memory bank. That's why even those of you who think you're kind of a forgetful type of person, you still remember some things from childhood. As long as the emotions were big enough. You remember the surprises, you remember the emotional times where you were crying, where you were angry, where you were upset, or where you were surprised and where you were happy. Those are the things that you remember. Now, once we understand that, what do we need to do? We do something in NLP called a cognitive reframe. If we can travel back into that timeline through visualization, we are able to go back to the first memory of money, the first memory of love. And if you have any negative experiences of that, whether that be through watching your parents while growing up, or hearing different stories about different couples or different people around money, what you can do is you can go back to that, revisit that timeline, take what was the pain emotion and flip the switch and make a shift so that it all becomes a pleasure emotion. A simple example for that is when I was in my early 20s, I used to always be overweight. And I used to question, why is it that I keep eating more and more and more? I knew I needed to eat less to lose weight, but I couldn't stop myself from eating. I always needed to finish everything on the plate and everything else on the table. And it wasn't until I used the same process by revisiting the timeline, going back and realizing my first memory of food on a table was with mom, where mom would always say to me, finish the food. And I would have a few grains of rice left. She'll say, still, finish the food. I'll say, Mom, but I'm full. No, finish the food. Think of the kids in Africa. Let me know inside the comments if you guys have heard that one before. And every time I did finish my food, guess what? Mom would reward the behavior by saying, good boy. And so that gave me a pleasure emotion towards finishing the food. And every time I didn't finish the food, she would get upset or she would get angry. And as a result of that, it created a pleasure emotion to finishing food. And I didn't know that 25 years later, I will still be programmed and conditioned and it would equal my reality. And that's why when I went back through that timeline and I remember that moment where mom said, good boy, I flipped the switch. I flipped the switch for mom to tell me that you already know you're full. Why are you still eating? Stop eating now. So it switched from a pleasure emotion to a pain emotion. And the other thing I did was I visualized myself pushing away the plate with still some food on and my mum saying to me, good boy, you're listening to your body. Well done. And so the moment I did that, when I came back into this reality from the visualization, what I realized was I stopped needing to finish the food on the table. I did this with my wealth, I did this with my relationships, I did this with every area of my life, and it completely changed everything. Now, after aligning your subconscious dialogue and switching it from the pain to the pleasure and the pleasure to the pain so that you get rid of all the doubts and fears, what you need to do is you need to, number 2, take aligned action. A lot of people see law of attraction like it's just some woo-woo thing where we're supposed to close our eyes and tap here 3 times and everything's supposed to manifest for us, when in fact it's the law of action. Even the word action is in the word attraction. What does this mean? Well, first of all, we need to understand that we are spiritual beings, energetic form, metaphysical, in a physical form, right? In a physical body. So when we know that, what does that mean? Yes, is it important for us to be in the right vibrational frequency? Of course. Is it important for us to feel those vibrations and connect with the divine and connect with the energies and connect with the universe and place that order out there with our mind and the metaphysical? Of course. But if we want to manifest anything into physical reality, it always includes aligned action. I'll give you this scenario. Let's say, for example, you're trying to manifest money in your life. And you're there, you're saying, manifest money, I am abundant, I am rich. You're doing all the affirmations. And then the next day, you're sat in a coffee shop and then you hear the people next to you, they're speaking about a huge investment opportunity, right? Now, we need to understand something here. When it comes to the law of attraction, everything that shows up for you is for you. It's because you had the prayer, you placed the order the days before, and now it shows up in front of you. That is an opportunity for you. However, many people expect that law of attraction is supposed to happen another way. It's supposed to happen where you're supposed to just check your bank account every single day and some magic money is going to arrive there. But it needs the physical process to get there. So maybe when you see that, you know you are supposed to take action and speak to the people and see whether you can invest or make the money, right? It's the same thing with attracting the love of your life. You can see the love of your life standing there and you're like, oh, I think she's mine. But she's not just going to magically come walking up to you and say, hey, the universe sent me, right? You're going to need to take some action. You're going to need to speak to her. You're going to need to walk up to her. You're going to need to give her the wink of the eye. You need to do something, right? To actually, in the physical, claim the manifestation. As I always say, vibrations allow you to attract what you want, right? But your actions allow you to claim the attraction. The third and final point is about aligning your ability to let go. I always have the saying to people, I always say, let go to let in. The biggest problem I see when it comes to manifestation and law of attraction is when people, they're chasing for that goal. They have that expectation of the outcome. Every single day they're checking their phone. Why have they not called yet? Why have they not called yet? Why has it not happened yet? Almost like the kid in the back of the car who is always like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" Don't be that annoying kid, because you need to understand, when you learn to finally surrender, to allow, to let go, when you let go, you will clear that space. The vibrational frequencies are not needy. You don't need to be chasing, and guess what? You become the magnet. Become the strong vibrational force which sits there, knowing that you are one with the universe, knowing that by being there and being the vibrational frequency, everything you want to attract will come its way organically and auto-magically. And the final speed hack, as I promised from early on in this video, is all to do with emotions. Why? Because emotions is energy in motion. What does this mean? Well, first of all, we need to understand, and everyone write this down if you're taking notes, the higher the emotion, the bigger the vibration. The bigger the vibration, the faster the attraction. So what does this mean? It means whenever we are thinking about something, or scripting something, or visualizing something, or taking action towards something, your goal is to amplify your emotions while doing it. There's no point just sitting there saying, "I want a Lamborghini." Why do you want a Lamborghini? Start asking yourself the questions. Why? Because why, the question, fuels desire. It amplifies your emotion. When you really dig deep into your core why, you will feel that emotional connection with that thing, and then you will send off the vibrational frequency for that thing, and you will have placed your order, and everything that you want to manifest will speed up by 10 times, 100 times, or even sometimes by 1,000 times. So always, always remember, everything that you're doing with regards to the law of attraction and manifestation towards what you want, feel that emotion, amplify that emotion, set it and let it go. You let go to let in. If you guys have enjoyed this video, you got anything out of it whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year we're dedicated to making daily videos, so hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, I'm signing out. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.